I'm Laurel Moe, and today I would like to discuss the emergence of Unitarianism in 19th century America. Unitarianism began in Poland and Transylvania in the 17th century with a group of Christians who did not believe in the Trinity of God. Unitarianism spread to England and America in the 18th century, where its followers were deeply influenced by the Enlightenment and developed a theology based on rationality. Unitarians believed that God had benevolent human aspects, denied the Trinity as not scriptural, and emphasized ethics over doctrine. Unitarians rejected Calvinist beliefs of limited atonement and opened their membership to all people. Unitarians believed that the Bible was a book given to people by God to be interpreted with reason, and that Scripture was important for guiding one's life, but was not to be taken literally. Anglican minister Theophilus Lindsey was credited with founding the first American church in England. Lindsey did not believe there was a scriptural basis for the Nicene doctrine of the Trinity, and instead believed the scriptural references provided the basis for worshiping a single unified God. Lindsey was so troubled by his belief that he rewrote the Anglican Book of Common Prayer and removed all references to the Trinity. His revised Book of Common Prayer became the foundational document of the Unitarian Church. Meanwhile, church membership was increasing in America as a result of the First Great Awakening. Increased membership came from all socioeconomic classes as well as all genders and races. During this period, denominations split and new ones were formed as conflict occurred between conservative congregations and those members with more liberal views. One such conflict, known as the Unitarian controversy, occurred in Massachusetts as a dispute between conservative and liberal congregational evangelicals was brought into the public arena through pamphlets and newspapers, with each side claiming to be the champion of the New England religious tradition. Orthodox Congregationalists held the traditional Calvinist beliefs with the allowance of human agency through conversion, while liberal Unitarians emphasized intellectual reasoning in their theology with the importance of ethics over doctrine. Both sides blamed the other faction for the social ills of the time. The rift became so intense that it led to the split of the Unitarians from the Congregationalists when the Liberals formed the American Unitarian Association in 1825, followed by the subsequent disestablishment of religion in Massachusetts in 1833. Antebellum Americans were providential and believed that God intervened during conflict and crisis. This American characteristic was evident during the Civil War, as both sides were providential in their worldview perspective and believed that God was with them. Violent destruction of materials coupled with the massive loss of life led to the realization that God did not necessarily favor a side. That revelation brought about a religious crisis for post-Civil War Americans. The Unitarian Church attempted to address this crisis with an appeal that they hoped would bring unity to Christians in post-Civil War America. One such appeal was made during a sermon by Reverend A.D. Mayo on February 26, 1867 in Louisville, Kentucky, entitled Liberal Christianity, the Religion for the Southwest. Reverend Mayo stated that they had little confidence in the ability of the industrial, social, civic, and educational aspects of Reconstruction to unite the American people in harmony. The Reverend furthered that true destiny and grandeur of the Ohio Valley could only be reached if the gospel of Jesus Christ were integrated into the public and private lives of its people. Mayo concluded that the people of Ohio Valley needed a simpler yet higher form of Christianity that the Protestant evangelical church could not provide. Reverend Mayo described the Unitarian Church as being under the leadership of Jesus Christ, with no elaborate confessions of faith, but recognition of the ability of an individual to form a covenant with God. The Reverend stated that the Unitarian Church encouraged individual thought while living in harmony with others. Mayo closed by stating that American Christianity would never be complete until it rose above differences in creed and doctrine. While the Unitarian efforts to unify the people in the states of America were not widely accepted, the fundamental concept of uniting a divided society of diverse and fragmented perspectives of providentialism with a simpler and more spiritual form of Christianity does seem like a practical basis for achieving unity. Accordingly, the Unitarian Church remains relevant in our currently polarized America.